There is a place hidden somewhere in the heart of Africa, so well concealed that no map shows it, no road leads to it, and no story ever fully captures it. It is called Okuta. In the heart of Africa lies Okuta, the stone that sees. Okuta is not a village, not a town, but a living land. The trees hum like flutes in the evening. The rivers never overflow. The moon hangs lower in the sky as if listening to the whispers of the soil. The water heals everything. Wounds vanish, the blind see, the dying live. But no one in Okuta lives beyond 70, no matter how healthy, no matter how young they look. The land gives, but it takes too. Some have tried to stop the clock. They begged the heartstone. They drank the water every hour. But when the time comes, the land whispers their name, and they sleep forever. No one stumbles upon Okuta by accident. Agnes had lost her husband, Jaja his family, Okakbi his purpose. They found Okuta when they had nothing left. They didn't know how they got to the mystical land. They had no idea where they were, but there was this level of peace they felt inside that ruled out fear. Instead, they felt comfort. A lot of questions that needed answers. But once they enter Okuta, the land welcomes them, remembers their names before they speak, and heals them without asking. Agnes was healed of her grief, and it was like she found her lost hope. Jaja could literally feel that his mother is somewhere very close, watching him. Okakbi said, "What I feel right now is peace. I feel like I finally found freedom, rest. I find comfort here." The elders say Okuta was born when a tear fell from the sky, during a time when the earth had forgotten kindness. That tear became the heartstone, buried deep beneath the land. And it is what gives Okuta its memory, its power, and its protection. Agnes stood by the river where her husband once appeared to her in a dream. In Okuta, she had found her strength again, her laughter, her softness. But she missed her daughter, who still lived far away in the waking world. The land whispered gently to her. She chose to leave for her daughter. When she woke up, her body was in her own bed. Her illness was gone, her heart was healed. But she could not remember where she had been. Only the scent of wet earth on her bedsheets and a drumbeat in her chest that never stopped. Okakbi had known nothing but war. In Okuta, the weapons disappeared from his hands. The ghost no longer visited him at night. For the first time, he felt clean, not just in body, but in soul. When the land asked, he smiled and said, "I will stay and remember." That night, he lay down under a moon that hung low enough to touch, and the land whispered his name, not to end his life, but to plant it. Okakbi became part of Okuta, his spirit joining the wind that healed others. Jaja was young. He didn't understand the question, but the land waited for him patiently. He looked at the trees, which hummed his name like a lullaby. He ran through the glowing fields one last time. He dipped his fingers in the river and felt his mother's hands in the water. Then he whispered, "I'll come back someday," but the land did not allow that. He woke up in an orphanage, his body clean, his skin glowing with health. He didn't remember anything, but he painted trees that hummed, moons that listened, and rivers that never overflowed. Even though he forgot, Okuta remembered him. His skin glowed with a light no doctor could explain. But his mind? Empty of where he'd been. They asked him, "Where did you go?" He only smiled and reached for a brush. He didn't remember anything, but his hands did, his heart did. The wind that passed through Okuta was now moving through him, because even though he forgot, Okuta remembered him. And some memories don't need remembering to be true.